Good evening, everybody, and welcome to After the Fall here on Scryer Vision. I am your storyteller, Ryan. And joining me, as always, we have the intrepid, the courageous, and most recently victorious members of the party. Party, would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Aaron. I'm playing Quinn, the creative seer who has awakened dreams, whose dreams have probably just been filled with Philip now after holding his hand last week. So, at least I hope they're just filled with Philip and not anything worse like monsters.
Does that mean we have to fight Philip then?
No, not all my dreams are fights.
Anyway, I'm Tyler and I play Corin, and he's super smart, but socially awkward. I play this game. Hello.
I'm John. I play Isaac Patterson, the would-be fantasy Doc Brown in the making.
And I am Claire. I play Captain Nellie Gallant, our resident rebel and pirate.
All right.
And winner of the Backlog.
The Beckloop. And all four of you were the victors of Pioneer Paul's water park attack. So that's fun. I mean, for you, not so much for
Really
the
fix
magic.
that ride.
Yeah, they should fix that ride. It only breaks down and tries to kill people like 80% of the time, though, so it meets the minimum required safety standards.
So it's like most amusement.
Yes, it is. I actually saw a Facebook, completely off topic, but I saw a Facebook memory from like 5 years ago that was just a park that meets all minimum required safety standards, and it was definitely about the Nuka World expansion for Fallout 4. So it's been a minute. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then. Players and audience, to recap, I'm sure everybody watching already knows what happened last time, but the Ramshackle, Nellie's boat that is crewed by Nellie and her friends, managed to, with the use of Fantasy Nos, make it through the Becklock race and was victorious, first place, third year in a row, first person to ever hold that off. So congratulations, Captain Nellie. You did good. Afterwards, there was a end of the term party going on for everybody at school, and I just realized I never turned the music down, so it's been real loud and probably nobody could hear us. So sorry about that, peoples. So yeah, you had a little party at the water park. You had some friends that you met up with there. You went and raided some ruins. You found more ruins that nobody seemed to know about. And yeah, generally had a good time until a manticore, drawn by the noise, decided to attack. As you do when you're a manticore. You and some other people tried to fight back, and your group was really the only ones that were semi-successful in doing this, though one of your party members did kind of get, like, partway eaten.
Only a little eaten.
Yeah, they got some pretty gnarly scars from it. Basically, it looks like you have a shark bite, but more of like in a square shape across your torso, Nellie. Fortunately, members of the Luther's Chosen Youth Group were on hand to actually heal people. And once the Rangers got there, they made sure that everybody made it home safe. They also managed to keep things quiet. They told everybody as they were sort of being ushered out of the park and sent home, hey, maybe don't tell anybody about this. Everybody seems to be okay with that. If anybody
Don't
would
tell
like
your
to,
dad.
if anybody would like to figure out why they're not telling anybody about it, that's going to be an intellect test.
Sure.
Difficulty
I mean,
1.
that sounds a little
With
suspicious.
difficulty 1.
Yep.
I'm a little sus.
Hang on.
Oh,
Let's see if I
please
can
let it
lower
be a
that
nat
to.
one.
Let's see if I can lower that to a 0.
I mean, I got history. Does that help?
No.
What if I tinker?
I'm also really good at solving riddles and puzzles. Is this a riddle or puzzle?
It is.
I got
It's
nothing.
a riddle, yeah. So it's a 0
nothing. There we go.
for Quinn.
I got a 10.
Hey, you got it.
Oh shoot! I dropped.
Tyler,
it.
I think you might need new dice because you were supposed to roll a 4.
I also got a 10.
Because it's
Oh,
got to
yeah,
be one higher
It's gotta be one more.
than you need. Aaron, are you rolling or are you just...
Oh yeah, I got a 10.
10
I
all
dropped.
around. Okay.
Yeah.
John or Clarity, you want to roll for it or you good?
Ah,
now?
sure.
Okay. Clarity's not paying attention.
Yes.
It's just
Nat
she doesn't
1.
bite.
Hey, Isaac has no idea.
Hey, get those out of the way.
Isaac's actually like protesting, like, no, we should tell people about this. We can't.
Exactly. Are you crazy? This is highly dangerous.
But Corn and Quinn, you both realize that. Wait a second. How did they get here so quickly? And you kind of put 2 and 2 together that, oh, they knew this was going on. Oh, the castle guard knows the kids come and party here, and they probably send the rangers out ahead of time to scout the place out and make sure it's safe. And they fucked up this time. So that's why they're trying to keep it quiet.
I think Nellie is just bragging about killing a manticore.
Mm.
I don't think she cares.
I think Corin, just to take this opportunity to have figuring that out, like when the park rangers or something are like, so don't tell anybody, blah blah blah. He's like, yeah, it's really too bad that you guys didn't know about this party beforehand or anything. You know, it's really that's really on us, because if you'd have known about it beforehand, maybe you could have got here and people wouldn't have died.
They kind of look at each other. Yeah, that's that'd be real bad if something like that happened, and
Yeah.
glad it didn't. But hey,
Well, I gotta get home. My dad, the general, he's gonna miss me tonight, so I better get home. I'm just kind of looking at them as I say it.
they're just they look very worried.
Oh, they should be. I wasn't gonna say anything, but now that I found out that they fucked up and people died because of it.
Oh, nobody died.
Oh, nobody died?
Nobody died.
Oh, well, I almost did.
Yes, it
As
Lots
did
of-
came
as,
very
as
close.
did a couple of
Wounds.
my friends.
There was there were some burns. People got very badly hurt. One guy actually got like impaled by the stinger. And that was the closest somebody came to dying, because in addition to having a giant hole in his gut, he also had been poisoned. But the healers are very skilled, and they were able to use healing magic, although it completely exhausted everybody. So yeah, everybody was okay. It's just, traumatic. Some light drama,
Just mildly traumatizing.
Just a little bit of peril.
So yeah. So as you get back to civilization, it's not terribly different from when you left a day ago. Your parents, you kind of worked things out so that your parents thought you were all staying at each other's houses. It's not like they can call and find out.
How did some of us explain our injuries?
That's a good question. How did some of you explain your injuries?
I snuck in through the window and avoided contact altogether.
Oh, good. Your wounds will be healed by the morning. What with you almost getting bitten in half?
Mm-hmm.
Nell, go ahead and give me a stealth test here. We're going to make this a speed test. Difficulty is going to be a 4.
Oh. We
Actually,
will.
I'm going to lower it to a 3 because you've done this before many times.
Alright, I am going to spend some speed. Some speed to lower that another.
Okay.
And that's it. I should really get trained in stealth. Would be useful.
Trained in sneak.
Maybe a little.
Alright. So I'm reducing it to a 2 then.
Yep. So you need a 6 or better.
14. Plenty.
Good enough. Yeah, you manage to, you spot your father actually sitting on the front porch, having a drink, and smoking. That's new. He's never done that before that you've seen. He has a pipe. But you're able to kind of sneak the long way around the house, climb up the side, and get into your room without him noticing. You're pretty sure.
Nice.
And yes, while your wounds were healed by the healers, your clothes are actually, like, just shredded. So.
I think there's no way I don't have manticore
How's-
on me because of how close I got.
Well, you did stick your hand in its eye.
Yeah,
So.
I bet I smell great.
You do not, as a matter of fact.
Gross.
I'll wait for the incoming questions when I walk in the door.
Although, I suppose Nell could have probably used her summon water ability to, like, hose you off.
Yes.
If you asked, I could have. Well, it comes out of the ground, so it'd be dirty water, but
So it wouldn't matter.
it wouldn't work very well, no.
There's also a lake, like, right there. So.
I mean, you said we basically figured out that the castle guard knew about it.
Yeah.
Then I didn't even attempt. There's no reason.
Alright. So yeah. Anybody have anything they want to do that night? Or is everybody just kind of slowly heading home? Or are you all crashing at Nell's place again?
Which is closest? Nell's place?
Nell and Quinn are pretty much the same
No, we're
distance.
close to each other.
Then yeah, probably crash at Nell's.
Okay. That's gonna make it a little harder to sneak in. Are you
Or maybe
all...
split it between Nell and Quinn.
What's that?
I could pretend just walk in with Nell and the other folks, but Nell's just a part of my dream when I'm making move with me.
Okay.
Could just have an imaginary Nell.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna try to sneak in with her weird clothes.
What's the point of what we're doing?
She doesn't see that her dad doesn't see her shredded clothes that she has on.
But we'll see our shredded clothes.
My clothes are fine,
Mine aren't.
so I guess you can sneak
You
in.
can
I don't
sneak in
need to
too.
sneak in.
You
No,
can sneak in too.
I'm good.
Okay. You just walk up the front steps. So Mr. DeLance is sitting there. He sees you four approaching. He quickly, like, puts something down and is shaking it out, and he, like, hides it under his seat. He stands up and says, "Oh, I didn't think that any of you were going to be coming home tonight. I thought you were all staying over at Corin. I thought you were staying at your... What happened to you? Why are you...
I'm just walking everybody home, and then I'm heading home.
Well, it's too late for you to be walking the roads yourself.
If you insist, I'll stay the night. That's good, man.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
appreciate. I really do appreciate that.
Nell,
You're
what
good.
happened? Nell, why aren't you saying anything?
Boat race.
Yeah, it got really it just some,
Nell, you were in that boat race again? I
it's-
told you couldn't do that.
Oh.
She
Did I
won.
sneak in through the window?
Yeah,
or-
you're not there. This
Okay,
is
well, I'm
illusion.
just making
She
sure.
won. She
Yeah,
won.
yeah.
It's I handed the conch. See?
Well, now the conch
you
is
think
destroyed.
That's right. It did get
Oh
destroyed.
yeah,
by
it
the
did get
manticore.
destroyed by the manticore. we won. But Yeah, just really trying to tear up the clothes, I
Ugh.
guess.
Now, this is the sort of thing I've been talking about. You gotta communicate with me. Giving me the silent treatment like this, it just doesn't. It's not a good thing.
She's real tired. She's concentrating really hard on that boat. To win.
I'm gonna need an intelligence test from Quinn to sell this. And we're gonna make it a difficulty 3.
No.
That's already with a lowering from the illusion.
Oh, jeepers.
Oh,
Oh, gosh. Oh, boy.
Corn's
I
just
don't have anything
Corn's
to
just
add.
amused because he didn't think this was gonna work.
We'll see what happens. That's a 16.
16's good enough. You managed to quickly open the door so that
Pusher.
Nell can
Pushing.
step inside. And the 3 of you quickly disappear after as Mr. DeLance is, all right, there's food in the fridge, and just stay in for the night, and the door shuts on him. As you get back upstairs, Nell has changed. Nell, you see a phantom version of yourself walk through the door.
that's
did-
odd.
Yeah, your dad's not pleased.
Can I examine the duplicate?
It's a striking likeness.
Does it have mannerisms then, I suppose, or?
The ones that Quinn most
I can
closely
make it
identifies
do
with
stuff. Yeah.
you. As soon as you reach out to touch it, it just vanishes in a puff of smoke.
Huh. Neat.
Yeah, your dad did. I mean, you probably would have given him the silent treatment anyway, but he's not pleased that you did the boat race again. So,
Nah, I'm not really talking to Roger these days anyway, so doesn't matter.
yeah.
Anyway, great night, huh?
Yeah.
No.
I guess.
No.
Is it?
No.
How's
It
the
was
wounds?
fun.
How you?
I'm fine.
I immediately just go sit down in the corner and start cleaning the gun that I shoved into a manticore's brain.
It's pretty gross.
It smells worse. It's gunpowder mixed with whatever the inside of the
Ichor.
manticore smells like.
It's not pretty.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, the dog really wants me to try to take his ball.
Oh, buddy.
As you should.
Think you can get this
As
ball?
one does. Dog.exe is working as intended.
Yep. Has not crashed.
So yeah, you have the night to rest and recover all of your pool points. Do you have anything you want to discuss before doing that?
I'm gonna want to examine my jacket, see how messed up it is, and if it's messed up, I'm gonna need to talk to Quinn about fixing it.
So
I think she has some relevant skill in that.
I believe she does. So Nell's jacket, she wears it usually unfastened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so only the back got punctured, but there's large tooth holes across the back, and you realize that it came very close to just crushing your spine. Yeah.
We'll not think about that. Let's not think about that. But hey, Quinn, do you mind helping me with these holes here? They're a little bit too big to be cool.
Sure. What do you want?
Well, they just need to be sewn up. You can do that, right?
You want
I think we can do that.
patches, or you want something that's you want them to be noticeable or not noticeable?
Not noticeable,
Okay,
I think.
I'll do my best to find some matching materials that will
Cool.
blend in. What kind of jacket is it? Like denim or
It's I think I said it was an old leather jacket.
leather? Okay.
Like very sturdy, well-worn black leather.
Yeah. She'll assess her fabric storage. She has just random scraps.
You've got some. Black leather's very easy to come by.
Yeah.
If you wanted red, that'd be a problem. But all right. Well, you're able to all get some rest in the safety of the DeLance household. When morning comes, breakfast has already been laid out, and you go about your day. And at that point, we're going to go ahead and flash forward for 2 weeks to graduation. But before that, what do you occupy these 2 weeks with?
Well, I now have a project to fix the jacket. And then I also wanted to work on learning some lockpicking skills, because I'm assuming that the guys told about the cool stuff that they found at the Paul Bunyan land. So I would be interested in trying to like develop some skills on maybe getting into some of that stuff. So, and then also she would, since she knows that we're planning to leave for the cities eventually, she's gonna try and sew together some of her favorite materials into a little handkerchief, and she's gonna gift it to Philip before they leave, because she wants him to have something while she's gone.
That's precious. Okay, so that's a good few things for us to do. Also, Quinn, that night, as everybody else is drifting off to sleep, you do have some very pleasant dreams of Philip, of holding his hand again, of the water park before the attack, and dancing, and then it all kind of fades away as you find yourself surrounded by books. Hundreds and hundreds of books that, as you walk through this library, massive repository of knowledge, everything is dimly lit and dark, but still very tidy and orderly. No rubble strewn anywhere, no sign of decay. But it goes on forever. And then you zoom out, up through a crack in the ceiling, and you once again see the Twin City skyline and the Mall of America.
That'll be definitely put into the journal.
Okay.
Drawing.
Mall of
Tyler?
America is a mimic.
Yes, that happened. I would
Yes.
I would be very surprised, but not terribly upset. Although I kind of like that now, I might use it.
No.
It's an epic boss battle.
Very epic.
You gotta do something at each floor to completely kill it.
Yes. So I'm just gonna have Tyler run the game from now on. I'm gonna play in it.
You're gonna switch roles.
Yeah. Speaking of Tyler, what stuff do you want Corin to work on over those 2 weeks?
There's 3 things I was hoping to accomplish. One, I've been wanting to complete the SUV before graduation so that we can actually have something to go adventure into. I also decided I needed to choose between finishing Quinn's gift or Isaac's gift, and Isaac's kind of took precedence because Isaac's is the thing for, being able to like do magical detection along with like some other things. And we've run into some places where that would be quite useful, but we didn't have it. So I want to try and complete that. And then at some point, I want to take up my grandmother's advice and go visit Wilma Rogers at the library.
Okay.
And then I didn't know if we were gonna go as a group check out the thing that Isaac and I discovered. That'd be up to the group at that point.
We also got that and the truck. But the truck, but I guess
I'm pretty sure we forgot about the truck.
Quinn's never forgotten about the truck.
Well, one of them we can get to quite easily. And it's not surrounded by snakes that we know of. So yeah, SUV, Isaac's gift, and talking to Wilma Rogers.
Okay, sounds good. How about John? What do you want Isaac to focus on?
Isaac would probably, especially given recent events, want to really enhance that Geiger counter and turn it into a magic detector, and especially use it to see if he could find a way to even determine the type of magic being involved.
Okay. So the magic detector. Anything else?
Other than that, he'd probably be focusing on his studies and making sure that in the lead up to graduation that he's doing well enough.
Okay. Nell.
Nell doesn't have a whole lot on her to-do list. She's gonna help Quinn with the jacket if she can. Otherwise, about a week later, like a week in between, 1 week later after the manticore attack, she's going to approach Corin with an idea, and he's going to say that he made a schematic and hand Corin a folded up piece of paper of an idea she had.
You made a schematic?
I did.
What's a schematic?
It's a picture of a thing that I think would be really cool.
Okay, I unfold the paper and take a look at it. What am I looking at?
It's a stick figure drawing of Nell
It's
with
articulate.
her jacket, and she's got her cutlass has been attached to what you think looks like a chain, and it's just a dynamic pose of her throwing it hooked to the chain.
So you want to attach your cutlass to a chain, essentially making a chained weapon that you can swing and turning it
Keep a
into
little bit of distance.
turning
little
it
bit
into a
more
mid-range
distance.
into a mid-range
Yeah.
weapon or short-ranged weapon.
Yeah. Exactly.
You just want it attached to a chain, a small chain, not a full wide chain, but like a small chain that you can
Well, it's
twirl.
a longish chain, yeah.
Well, when
Along
I'm saying small, I mean width-wise, not lengthwise.
Yeah, a thin chain.
Like you don't want a chain that they use to like chain gates together.
No, just a strong enough chain.
I don't feel like that, especially with Corin's level of expertise, I don't feel like that would be particularly difficult to do at all.
Just follow the
Attached
schematic.
chain.
Or take up really very much time. Like I feel like I probably have some chain and I just have to kind of fit the handle to where it can have the chain attached to it securely.
I will make it a difficulty 2.
All right.
Let's call it intellect test here, just to give it some flavor. But yeah, you're able to easily get a length of chain from the shop, and it's not going to be much trouble.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, no, you got it. You assemble it. Now, if Nell can use it or not is going to be the bigger
That's not my
question.
problem. I'm not a sensei.
So now, as you are given this new improved weapon, do you want to try it out?
Yes, I will do so. I will find some training area. Chain cutlass now.
I also gave her, this wouldn't have taken any more time, but just to make it a little bit more balanced, on the opposite side of the chain that's not attached to the blade, I did put a counterweight, like just something that's a little bit
That's fair.
weighted. So if she wants to throw that or something.
Okay. So now, since it's your first time ever using this weapon, we're gonna set this at a difficulty 5 as you go to the. I'm guessing this will probably have happened in, probably in Corin's settlement.
Oh no, we're going outside.
Well, yeah, but it's in your home
Sure.
area there. So there's a training ground that the castle guard trains at.
Yeah, I was like, but yeah, we're definitely going to a wide open space, and
The
I know how
parade
long
ground.
that chain is, so I'm taking proper amount of feedback.
How long is the chain?
How long would the chain you have wanted?
I basically wanted to turn it into like a reach weapon, so probably, what would it be, an 8-foot long chain then? Make it,
For a short range, you're looking at like 8 to 10 feet. Yeah.
yeah, so that's what we're looking at, yeah.
I'd have given her 10 feet so that she could either, with the counterweight, she could either wrap like a little bit of it around her waist so that, you know, she would never throw the sword and the chain and lose grip on the chain and it just
Right,
go.
right.
Or she can do whatever she wants with it. So I made sure to give her, so I made sure to give her 10 feet, and I actually tell her that, I go, there's enough where if you wanted to wrap this around your waist once.
All right.
I don't know how good you are with throwing things, so
Let's find out.
okay, I take steps that are a bunch of feet back.
You go about 20 feet
Alrighty.
back, and then you go about another 10 feet back.
Yep, yeah, definitely do.
So I definitely want to, will you let me use my training in cutlasses
Nope.
on this? No, I didn't think so.
Very different weapon.
Very different weapon, but no, I would like to, I am being careful with it and knowing that I am not skilled with this weapon at all, and in trying to be less flashy and more learning how to use the weapon properly, I would like to try to apply my speed defense to the roll.
We'll see how
To sort
badly
of
the first
dodge
roll
myself.
goes.
Okay.
Although if you
Dodge
want to use
myself.
that, I'm going to raise the difficulty one because you are planning to fail. That doesn't seem very Nell, you know?
Never planned to fail.
In that case, we won't be careful.
Corn takes another.
Just
Corn takes another
fine.
2 feet back.
Some of the other castle guard are like
Difficulty
gathering around and what's going on here?
five.
Corn, what's she got there?
Well, whatever happens, I did this. So
Okay.
I look at him and I go, you know, the weapon where you got like a kunai or a knife attached to a chain, and you can, if you're good enough, you can like whip it around and stuff.
No.
Well, imagine a sword attached to that chain, and
Oh, okay.
and let's watch.
How'd you do there, Clarity? I see you
It's
dancing
a
around.
17. It's a 17.
So there's several training dummies kind of set up around the yard here. You kind of heft the blade for a moment. You throw it out, trying to stabilize it with the chain, and it sinks right into the training dummy's center mass.
Nice.
You give it a quick
I-
pull, and you're able to quickly recall the sword back to your hand. It almost takes off your head, but you manage to grab it in a like kind of a backwards angle just before it does.
I picture her when she like lodges it in the dummy. She gets kind of excited, and you hear Corin call out, "Now pull it back!" And then you almost take your head off, but you succeed.
So
This is gonna be good.
you spend some time doing a little training with it. It's not as you're not as comfortable with it as you are your regular just cutlass, but it's, you know, better than nothing.
We'll have to spend a lot more time doing this. So apart from practicing with that, I actually want to try to spend some time socializing with Chrissy and
Okay.
form a normal relationship.
You have a normal relationship with anybody?
She's going to try.
Do any of us?
Well, before we get to that, let's go ahead and jump back up to Quinn. So let's do the sewing stuff first. It takes almost no time to gather the things that you need to make the things that you want to make. And it's going to be a difficulty 1 test to fix Nell's jacket. You realize that the leather is somewhat corroded and melted in the spots where the teeth impacted from the heat of the beast. So you actually have to patch it.
Okay. And does that include my sewing specialization or no?
Oh my gosh, it's now a 0.
She's.
You don't have to roll if you don't want to.
I got a 20.
Okay.
I make this jacket look better than it looked before.
You take some like leather polish, you clean it up, you shine it. It looks really, you see that some of the seams are kind of going away. You're able to quickly fix those. You add a couple of hidden pockets in the back of it, and it is the same jacket, but it is the new improved Quinn special.
Yeah.
Got pockets.
Actually, you know what, Aaron? Roll me a D100.
Oh gosh. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let me find
We're off to a great start today.
It's, this is making me nervous.
Yep.
D100, okay?
Mm-hmm.
30?
Okay. So the jacket has a +1 armor now. You improved it enough that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So the hanky is the other project you wanted to work on. Why don't you describe what kind of cloth you're using for this?
Yes, she's got her own specific types of patterns and stuff that she likes to make her clothes out of, and she's always ends up with like these little scraps of little chunks that she doesn't get to use, but she keeps them because she can't get rid of any fabric. It's her favorite fabric, so she combines it into a patchwork handkerchief, and then she may be really good at sewing, but she's not great at embroidery. She tries to like embroider like a P and then like a Q and a little heart on it, like it's just very small, but it's not the best embroidery because she's never really done that before, but she hand sewed him a little hanky out of all of her favorite fabrics.
So I'm actually going to set this at a difficulty of 2 because you are a little bit more nervous about it. It's a bunch of different kinds of fabric. You're doing the embroidery, which is not a sewing, like direct sewing skill. But yeah, difficulty 2.
And then -1 because of my sewing. Okay.
3 or better.
I don't think there's anything else even to add to it, so. A 4! She was really nervous.
You were, and you managed to, you're pretty sure that it turned out okay, but you're not 100% sure.
It's for boogers, so it's fine.
That's the logic you're going with here, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go, Tyler, which one do you want to do first?
Well, since I did something for, since I fixed the sword, if I got Nell, if I basically was like, cool, I did that for you, now you have to stay here and help me, could that make me, whatever I work on, easier? Like, lower the difficulty?
With Nell?
Nell will try.
Well, that's why I'm asking. Because Corn would know if it would or not, and whether he would ask or not. Or if he'd just feel better doing it himself.
It would probably be more harmful than helpful. So
Right.
If you've got knot work that needs doing, I can do knot work.
that's true. She can do not work.
First thing he's gonna try and do is he's gonna try and knock out the little magnification monocular device with the magic detection for
Okay.
Isaac.
All right, so attempting to make that, you've got all the components that you think you're going to need, but you still aren't 100% sure what the proper way to actually detect magic is. You've heard a bunch of different theories, and you're essentially just going to try to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. So we're going to start here with a difficulty.
Well, what I was thinking about doing is doing this at Isaac's place, because that's also where the SUV is, so I'm there a lot anyway. And he's working on a magic detection thing. So I was going to get his help with it as well as Nell's, but now that I'm not getting Nell's help, I'll just get Isaac's. And not tell Isaac that this is actually a gift for him. Just be like, yeah, this is something I'm trying to come up with. And then if it works, just be like, and here you go.
So Isaac, Corin's been spending a lot of time at the shop lately. He's been fixing up his SUV. And you've been working on this Geiger counter device. Are you doing this in secret, or are you doing this openly?
In secret. Isaac's not quite sure how his parents will react to the idea of him using a Geiger, basically hacking into a Geiger counter and turning it into a magic detection device. He doesn't know if they'll like approve of it, or if they'll think like, you're playing around with some heavy stuff, maybe not. So he's kind of keeping it on the low for right now.
Okay. So Corin one day approaches Isaac with an idea.
Basically hold up and I show him what looks like a regular, like, when you're like soldering or working on gems or something, just smaller things like a monocular device for smaller objects, has a little light that can give you, or it has a thing that can give you like a little bit of light. It can zoom in a little bit. And I basically go, so I'm trying to turn this, I'm also trying to give this magic detection to where if you peer through it, you can see if something's magical, possibly what kind of magic. I know that's more your expertise. That's pretty much the last thing with this, so I was hoping you could help me with it. I figure it'd help a lot when I'm working on smaller things, and if any of them are magical, we seem to be encountering more and more magic stuff the more reckless we get with our exploration.
I'd absolutely look into this. Let's see. And take a look at how far into the idea of like knowing the basics of magic detection do you think I'd be at this point?
Let's find out. It'll be an intellect 5 test.
Okay. Magic training?
4.
Okay. Would tinker?
In this case, no. You're trying to figure out
No,
theory.
not
here.
until we actually get into the device.
Yep.
Okay. So, hey, look at that! Another nat 1, and you're going into detention right now. So
a nat 1 means I get a GM intrusion.
Yep.
And unfortunately,
Glad you weren't touching my thing yet.
Did you want to use XP to re-roll it?
I got 4, so yeah, let's
Okay.
drop one of these
Thank you.
and try again.
Different die.
Hey, guess what? That's another nat 1.
What?
So let's go with that
Because
GM
now
intrusion.
something.
You need to
Okay.
roll those
I'm
dice.
gonna-
Now
right?
is
No, hang on. No, because this is my thing too that this might help me with. So I'm gonna give him an XP
Yes,
that
give me
he
all
can-
of your experience.
that he can
points.
re-roll. This is it though. This is it though. Like beyond
Oh,
this.
boy.
So there's an
Yeah, you're the
XP.
only two present, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
GM intrusion is now
Nell and
showing
Quinn
up.
can feel it.
Yeah.
Come
They can
on,
feel
with
it
that
from
many
across
nat
town.
ones, that has to reverberate throughout the world at some point.
Well, I didn't get a 1, but it's a 4.
It's not high enough. You're still abjectly lost on the science portion of it.
Better than a GM intrusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll make it actually harder to build these devices a little bit, but you have been trying to figure it out, and it's just not working. You've kind of tested several theories, and none of them seem to actually track. It's almost like you need something magic, like innately magic, in order to maybe study and try to figure it out.
Unfortunately, the one really magic thing we had, we already used.
I mean, your magic. And
Your
I actually
gun.
and I pull out the gun and I go, the gun is magic.
The gun is magic. So can we use the gun to see if we can learn how to detect the magic inherent within the gun?
You can try.
All right.
So I'm gonna make this again a difficulty 5.
And then with magic training down to a 4.
And with Corin helping you down to a 3.
Okay. You know what?
No.
That was an 8.
Okay, I was like,
That was
not
close.
another one.
Not another 1, but it's an 8. So we're going to try this one more time. And you know what? We're going to expend...
Knew it.
You put some effort into it.
Put some effort into this. So, knock that down to a 2.
Knew it. Come here.
Oh, pupper.
Oh, he really wants me to come see something.
Oh.
Okay, you literally just need a 6.
Well, at least I got a 9.
Hey, finally got it. It takes a couple days worth of work, actually, for you to kind of put your heads together, which slows down the SUV construction a little bit, but it's almost done anyways.
Yeah, I was about to say. This would require more work.
Yeah. You're kind of getting stuff one day, just trying to figure it out, and it's not working. Everything you're trying is just not working. You can't get it to... cannot get the thing to pick up on with any sort of signature, with any sort of reading. Corin, he actually is like taking out this Geiger counter, trying to like detect anything with it, and he's switching through different spectrums, he's trying different batteries and stuff, and just nothing seems to be really working until all of a sudden this one strange combination finally gets it. You're able to start picking up the magic, and as you fine-tune it a little bit more, you're able to start detecting it, and then you realize that it has a resonance that you could probably duplicate in the monocle. So.
Dope.
Yep. You've cracked the code.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Now I assume I have to roll.
You do, yes. This
All
will be a
right, well,
difficulty 6. To
So I assume Tinker.
5.
Let's put that down. Engineering.
Tinkering's kind of using what you're using for this one.
Would I be assisting him?
Yep, so that's 4.
Yep.
I don't get to use this. I don't get to use a. Oh, so he's assisting. All right, I'm gonna exert 2 points of effort because
Okay.
I can.
So down to a 2.
And that cost me. So the first, I have an edge. So the first point of effort cost me 1, and then how much does the second point of effort cost?
2. The first point actually should be 2. Because it usually costs 3.
I have 2 edge.
Oh, okay, so yes, 1, and then I believe just another 1 beyond that.
Cool.
I'll double check the math later on, but
It's not terrible. All right, so what are we down to?
with that you're down to a 2
Cool.
from 7.
Yeah. Hey, that's a 9.
That's enough. You work on it for another couple days and are able to get the monocle. Well, essentially, it's a jeweler's loop. To a point that you're able to see this resonance field when you're observing something magical. And with a little bit of fine-tuning, you're actually able to start to pick up different aural colors that different types of magic are giving off. So you're able to sort of start taking some notes and figure out. It's okay, Newt. Figure out what exactly is going on.
He's trying to help.
There's a squirrel outside, I am 100% certain. So,
So once I finish... Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, once I finish it, and I'm kind of examining... I assume we continue to examine because the things we have are like the gun, and I assume maybe Isaac's cast like a couple spells, and we kind of examine like the resonance from like after the spell is cast or something like that.
100%.
After we finish it and everything, I'm just like, well, it looks like we've done it.
Yeah.
We have created a magical detection device.
Well, technically, too, because... And I hold up the Geiger counter. So we can detect it from far away and take a closer look at it.
Exactly. I hold out the device and I go, yeah, this is called Closer Look. This is yours now. That was the whole point of me making this, was it was for you. You work on magical stuff more than I do. I assume you'll let me borrow it if I have to tinker with anything magical, but this is yours.
Absolutely. Isaac's just dumbfounded. He's like, are you sure?
Yes, we've been getting into more and more trouble lately, and we're about to go even deeper trouble. I've been working on stuff for all three of you. I got Nell's mask. Now you can help by detecting magic, even on a smaller scale, on smaller stuff that you and I work on. And I'm still trying to finish up Quinn's. Hers is a little bit more complicated, but...
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
And Isaac puts the two of them and tries to ensure that they're kind of always together as like a pair.
So
that monocular device also doesn't always, like, you can use it without magical detection. It's just a magnifying glass for when you work and stuff.
So, Closer Look essentially lets you study something up close and determine what kind of magic it is and kind of discern how it works a little bit too. The tool can also be used as an asset when you're trying to do magical tinkering.
Yeah.
So lowering the level of difficulty.
So would that go under skills or special abilities?
It would be an item.
I got it under item, so I guess just keep it there.
Yep.
And then just remember it's there.
Yep.
Right.
Or you can enter it under ability too if you wanted.
I'll remember it's there. That took a lot of work.
And a lot of XP. And then the Geiger counter, which whatever you want to name it,
that was one of my goals.
Function as a intermediate range detection device.
Yeah.
So you're able to sort of detect up to about 30 feet away if there's something magical and sort of tune in to where it is.
Okay, I'll probably just call that something simple. Nothing like a fancy like Closer Look. It would probably just be simply resonance field detector.
The RFD.
Yeah, RFD. Yep.
There you go. All right. So, with that in mind, let's do a group one here. Truck or tunnels?
Yeah.
Which one's the group going to investigate?
The tunnels are closer than the truck. We'd have to find an excuse to go out of town to get to the truck.
Tunnels.
Well, the tunnels are also out of town.
Yes.
They're at the water park.
Yeah.
The water park's out of town?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The tunnels we have not attempted and failed. Why don't we try that? That's Corin's vote.
There are no snakes with grudges at the tunnels.
That we know
that
of.
too.
I always need a reason to practice my lock picking.
You're practicing lockpicking?
Yes. I needed something to busy my hands with.
To that end, we're going to have a quick interrupt here with Quinn's lockpicking skill thing. So, Quinn, a couple days after you've returned, you're back at school, and a kid named Flynn Silver approaches you. Hey, I don't know if you know me or not, but you saved my life back at the water park that we're not supposed to really talk about. And I wanted to say thanks. And you're in the scavenging track, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you part of the family?
Um.
I'm
she's
gonna take
look-
it as a no with that look of confusion on your face.
I
'Cause I am. Do you know what the
Okay.
family is?
does she?
I
She
don't
has
know.
this-
How aware of the criminal element in town is Quinn?
I don't know. She's trained in history. That's all I know.
Probably not then. So yeah,
I,
no, you're not familiar with this organization.
I have a mom.
You have a bomb.
A mom.
Oh, a
A
mom.
but that's my family. My mom.
Cool. Okay. So we're the ones that actually plan the Becklop every year, and
Oh.
all the booze at the party. We were the ones that brought that in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I never knew where it came from. I just thought
From
it
us.
was kind of
Yeah,
there.
it's from us. So, but I want to say thanks, and I have a very particular skill that I think I could teach you in thanks.
Oh. I mean, you're welcome for saving you. I didn't know. What skill?
He takes out a padlock, and he pulls out this set of thin metal pieces that he kind of fans out, and he just quickly, not even looking at it, picks the lock and it pops open. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's actually pretty impressive.
Right? Come on, I'll show you what I know.
You can teach me. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested.
He takes you in school to the door that leads into the teacher's lounge. He hands you the lockpick set. All right, give it a shot.
Just I just stick it in there.
Yeah, you just find the
like,
right one. You're just gonna go ahead and
How
try
do
to
you-
find it.
How do you know which one's the right one?
Well, we're gonna have a little bit of trial and error as
Oh.
we start off here, but I think you're gonna be fine.
Okay.
Okay? Give it a try.
Yeah. All right.
Pressure's the best teacher. Speaking
Yeah,
of teachers, watch out for him.
Yeah. He'll just pick like the third one.
So this is gonna be a
On
speed
it.
test.
Okay.
We're gonna set it at difficulty 5 for your first time doing this.
Okay. Okay.
So right now we're
Okay,
at a
my-
15 or better.
My nimble sewing fingers help me.
I will give you that. Down to a 4.
How about my solving puzzles? This is kind of a puzzle.
Down to a 3.
Hell yeah!
You secretly spec to be a rogue.
Got a
This is how
7.
rogues get started. This is
A
an origin
7,
story.
So it's not great.
It doesn't go terribly well. You actually bend one of the lockpicks, and he kind of walks you through it over the next couple hours, and you realize that far too late as you finally get the door open, and one of the teachers rounds the corner and it's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Flynn picks you up by the shoulders and is hustling you towards the entrance of the school. And as
Wait,
you
he
are,
picks me up?
he doesn't pick you up, but he sort of
Oh.
pulls you along, trying to get you.
I was
to
gonna
run.
say, how big is he?
He's human.
Okay. He probably could pick me up then.
He takes you back outside. You get across the street. There's some bushes on the other side of the street you're able to hide behind as the teacher stumbles out the door and is looking around, trying to figure out where you went. Finally goes back inside and, out of breath, elated that you figured it out, you realize that you were supposed to meet Philip 2 hours ago.
Oh no! What? That was great, but what? It's like, wait, what time is it? She's like, look at the sky, because obviously they don't have watches or anything.
He looks at his watch and like, it's about 6.
6.
Yeah.
We've been doing that for this long.
Yeah.
I
I'm really surprised we didn't have a teacher come by in the meantime, honestly.
I mean,
really weird.
Where were they? Why were we? Okay, I gotta go.
Oh, okay.
Where can I get a set of those? Points
keep
as,
'em.
like picks. Okay.
He pulls out another set. I mean, I got more.
Okay, all right. Well, she'll put it in her bag and she'll be like, "Bye, thank you."
Hey, thank you.
Just hustle in her buns.
So Quinn now has the lockpicking skill. As we flash back to the group trying to decide which site to go to. And Quinn brings up the fact that she's been training in lockpicking.
Yeah, Flynn. Do you guys, Flynn? Any of you, Flynn?
Silver?
Yeah, Flynn Silver. You know him?
Sure.
Aware of his existence? Yeah, I didn't know who he was until apparently I saved his life. I don't know during the thing with the Becklap, but he decided he wanted to teach me to pick locks to say thanks. So she pulls out the lock picks. I learned how to pick locks the other day.
I actually have a padlock with keys as an item that I got at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I just toss those to her and I go, well, here, you can practice with this.
Oh, okay. I can keep it.
I just keep it on me, sure. I don't need it.
And that's Quinn's gift.
No.
Yay!
It's actually a puzzle. If you don't unlock it in time, it explodes.
Oh no! I'll make sure to make you some more books in exchange for these padlock.
I appreciate it. I'm starting to run low already.
Yes.
Okay. So, party, you are continuing this discussion. Tunnel or truck?
Let's go to the tunnels. We don't know what's in the tunnels.
I mean, we don't know what's in the truck either. I mean, I'm happy to go either direction.
I mean, we know what kind of truck it was. We discerned what kind of truck it was and what goods it probably has. We have no idea what's in these tunnels that were, like, sealed by something. Which was weird that they were sealed.
Yeah.
Also, there's a chance that, and I look at Isaac and I go, there's a chance that they're all connected and we can get up under the rifle range.
He's got a point there.
Yeah.
Which is Isaac and I found out, I don't know if we told you guys this, is completely surrounded by a magical force field. So they don't want people getting in there.
I'm intrigued. No?
That sounds too safe, though.
A magical
Tunnels at an I got this. Tunnels at an abandoned water park that were sealed off that we don't know anything about that could possibly come up to a gun range that is magically guarded on all sides by a magical force field sounds too safe than a truck that we have found out we can rappel to with rope and has snakes that I can scare off with smoke. But that's too safe.
Okay, fine. We can do the tunnels.
Tell me too safe. We're probably gonna die, but I'm excited about it.
For once, I'm very surprised that you're actually wanting to do something. So, colored me surprised.
I feel like the tunnels in the water park hold stuff that may interest me.
Mm.
Whereas I'm not good at climbing or surviving falling into an abyss.
Also, snakes.
Yes.
But have you had any dreams about the tunnels?
Ooh, good point.
Have I?
You have not.
Wait,
I've-
if she did, wouldn't that mean we have to go there?
It would if she did.
I had, most recently, the newest one would be just seeing the Twin Cities again. And I was inside a building this time. It was a library. Holds up like the drawing of the library.
I look at Nell and I go, I thought she was going to say Philip.
No, that's a different book.
Where's that book?
Nope.
I did know
Nope.
that's.
That's a nope from me. Big nope.
Okay. So one day after school, you're able to gather up your things. Is there anything you want to take with you specifically for this, essentially, dungeon delve?
Well, we got our lock picker. Bring my bag of light tools.
And make sure we have both magic detectors.
Just probably an extra bag. It's like
Extra bag
old
for stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're able to get an old hockey field bag to store stuff in.
Do I spot anything in my workshop that I think would help out in in a situation like this? I have so much stuff in the workshop that I can't even think.
Bolt cutters
Sure,
for
Hell
those
yeah.
locks that you can't pick.
that's fair. Yeah, so bolt cutters.
All right. So you gather your supplies and you head back to Pioneer Paul's Water Park, which you don't see anybody around. The manticore body has been removed. You're not sure how that happened or by whom.
Stingers up on my wall.
Yep, you got a trophy from it. But you're able to find your way back to the go-karts, and just like you left it, the workbench is still situated over the entrance to the tunnels. Moving it,
Oh,
you're able to move it rather easily with 4 of you.
I just realized something about me having the manticore tail. There's no way my parents don't see that at some point.
Oh yeah, no, they saw it.
Cool. Did they? Any question?
No, oddly enough, there were no questions asked.
Oh, that has me super suspicious. We're gonna circle back to that at some point. Was it one of those things where they walked in, they see me like mounting it up on the wall, and we just kind of stare at each other, and they just continue to like walk by?
Yep, that is exactly what happened.
We're gonna circle back to that later. Not right now, though.
Okay. You move the workbench, get the tunnel open. It does have that nice seal on the gate, so you're able to... You're pretty certain nobody's been here since you left. So, who's going down?
Lead the way, guys. I don't know where you went.
I'll probably go
Alright.
down first since I was the first one, since I was down here previously, and Isaac has the FD,
No,
the RDF.
we'll go
like-
down.
I was gonna follow Isaac,
Sec-
but I'll follow Nell since she's in a hurry.
Yeah, basically Isaac has the RDF clipped to his belt, and so it can go off in case something magical, sets it off. And then the closer look is in an easy to access pocket, and then he just climbs on down.
Okay. Can just hold on 1 second here. Clarity, can you say something? I think Clarity might be having some connection issues here
No boy.
because her camera's doing this weird slow down, speed up thing.
Sish.
Yeah.
Yep,
The
I'm
Spear's
having some
having
internet
some
issues.
issues,
Yes. All right, so we'll go ahead while Clarity's getting that sorted out. Isaac goes down first. Corin follows. You all go down into the tunnels. You have a lantern or flashlights or something as you're able to kind of start mapping the place out. Who's leading the way?
I can or Isaac can, whoever's. Do you want to lead
Probably.
the way with your magic thing?
Well, it would probably be Corin up front with the light, and then me like right by him with the detectors.
Okay.
Yep. I got the light, and I also have not my pistol because I don't want to fire that thing off in such close quarters. Well, no, I do because I can choose whether it's that or not. I have to expend points to make it a magic bullet. So I will have my pistol out with the flashlight.
It's still going to be super loud.
Yes, but if something comes around the corner and tries to kill me,
Fair enough.
that's a good point. Well, because I forgot, I have the 2 nice daggers that I haven't got to use, so I'll actually have 1 dagger out and the flashlight.
So we're going to have Corin roll me a D100.
Yeah. Oh, a D100. Let's see. Uh, 33.
So as you are exploring, you come across a flooded chamber. And my apologies to everybody. We have a player reconnecting here really quick. We'll have the video back in just a second for Nell. But in the meantime, we're all going to be a little bit off center. So
So it's a flooded chamber, like a hallway, like just a flooded corridor.
as
kind of thing?
you're walking down the hallway, it starts to get damp, and then you've got a little bit of water that is coming up on your boots, and eventually you're in like ankle deep water.
What do I see? Any
see
door?
you can see the tunnel ends up ahead, and that there's some sort of chamber.
But no doors or anything on the hallway, just like a chamber at the end
Yep.
of the hall. All right. I just kind of look back and I go, okay, so we got a big chamber up ahead, and I'm not sure where all this water's coming from, but it's a water park, so I'm not surprised. We'll want to be careful if it gets too deep, but ankle deep is probably fine for now.
It's at that point that you hear some sort of shriek up ahead. This
I'm not the only one who heard that, correct? I turn around and ask.
Definitely sounds.
Flashlight down the hallway. Do I see anything?
No, you don't.
Yep. Yep. Pull out the pistol. Screw this dagger.
Isaac probably pulls out the pike just to be safe.
Slingshot ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. My slingshot.
So we're all ready.
Clarity, can you say something? Check your mic here.
Yeah, I'm still having a bit of intermittent issues, but it's working for the most part.
Okay, we can hear you at least.
Yeah. The camera's
Yeah.
just frozen for the most part, but we can hear you.
Well, it's doing this weird, like, speed up, slow down thing.
Yep.
Yeah, like that.
I'm getting the exact same thing, except it's all 4 of you. So.
Oh,
Cool.
Weird.
Cool. That seems more disorienting than what we're getting because it's just you.
Yeah, I know. I know what's going on. So. Yeah, it's definitely on my end, but I don't know if I can do anything more to try and fix it. But.
if you need to disconnect or
just a fun-
something again, don't hesitate. Just go ahead and do it.
Alright.
Okay.
I missed most of what was said, but the last
Flooded chamber up ahead, or at least like ankle deep water you're currently in, probably a little deeper up ahead, and something going.
So I'm trained in.
the shrieking sound, so I'm going to be pointing out.
Oh no. I think we lost.
She's
lost Claire
cutting
again.
in and out a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll tell you what. Why don't we take our break just a little bit early here and see if we can't troubleshoot this?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
So
Cliffhanger.
we will be back momentarily. Stick around, and we'll see you soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We think our tech issues are resolved. If they're not, well, we'll figure it out when that happens. If it happens, which hopefully it doesn't. So, to catch everybody up, you were exploring the tunnels. You found that it was getting a little bit wet. And about ankle deep in water, you've spotted a chamber that is opened up ahead that a strange noise seems to be echoing from. It goes...
Question:
Yes.
would some knowledge of magical creatures or anything, would I be able to take a guess at what would make a shriek like that?
Do you have knowledge of magical creatures?
Would
No, I have
knowledge
knowledge of
marine-
history. Knowledge of magical creatures wasn't a thing that was offered.
Well, that's
With knowledge
that
of
sounds
Which I
like a
feel
you
like
problem.
is a failing of the school that we go to.
Yeah, totally is.
Welcome
With
to
knowledge
the
of marine
American
creatures,
education
though?
system. No improvements even
yeah.
after the apocalypse.
Can you hear
Sorry,
me?
we can hear
Yeah,
you, Claire.
we can hear
What
you.
were you
You
saying?
can hear you.
Oh, I was saying, would knowledge of marine creatures help?
Maybe.
Can I roll?
You can. It's going to be a difficulty 3 for anybody trying to identify this creature.
Let's
And
do it.
Nell goes down to a 2.
I mean, I just have history, unless that counts.
History is not going to help you here.
I know
Right.
exactly what it is, Ryan.
19.
19?
14.
I know exactly what it is, and I'm very, very confident that I know exactly what it is because I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, goody. I get to do a
Yeah.
GM intrusion.
Oh boy.
I am going
Oh,
to hold off a little bit on the GM intrusion. But there will be one coming soon. So Quinn,
like I wasted my
Corin,
19.
Isaac, you're all fairly certain you've heard this before. And Corin, you're almost 100% certain you've heard something similar. It sounds... A friend of yours down the street, when you were growing up, had a gecko. And it made a sound very, very similar.
Tiny lizard?
Tiny lizard.
Made a noise this loud?
Not this loud.
But same
Same kind of
General.
noise. It's more like a... And this is more of a... "Meh."
It's like if that screech got pitched down a whole lot.
If I was going to take a guess, I'd say this sounds like some kind of dire lizard or dire reptile.
A dire salamander?
Could be. Only one way to find out, really.
Let's
Well,
keep.
with-
I'm a go. All right, let's do it.
With Cutlass spinning on its chain, I'll walk forward.
Very, very carefully. Gun at the ready.
So, now the hallways aren't quite wide enough for you to do this, like, over your head. So you're going to have to do it, like, on the side.
That's what I was picturing, yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a difficulty 3 task. Speed test.
just to spin it?
I'm getting like out of the way.
I'm gonna let her do this first. Let's see what happens.
I will spend some effort
Okay.
to lower it.
To just ready your weapon
With a flourish. Thank you very
with
much.
a flourish.
In a very tight corridor where everybody is
17.
closely packed together. A 17's good
Okay.
enough. You begin to spin it, and there's a moment where Quinn like kind of takes a step back when it almost hit her, but she was fine. You had it under control the whole time. You've been
I
practicing.
got it. It's fine. I'm an expert with this weapon now.
Sure. So, you press forward into this flooded chamber, which you see very quickly is an underground parking garage. A number of the vehicles are submerged up to just a little bit above the doors, and you can kind of look in a couple of them. They have standing water. A few of them are rusted, moldering interiors, but the ramp seems to kind of pitch up towards a large bay door that is currently shut, except for 1 inch. That seems to be where the water is coming in.
Is that the only door? Is that the only door?
There's also another tunnel a little further down in the flooded area, but you're pretty sure, judging by the cars that are down there, it's a little deeper, maybe waist deep. You hear the sound again.
Coming
It's
from that direction?
not coming from that direction, no. It's coming from a car straight ahead of your group.
Flashlight.
As the flashlight hits the car, the shadow of a massive lizard-like creature shines against the wall.
Is it in the car?
You can't see it. You don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's invisible.
Hey, let's go in this door where the water's coming from.
As you are kind of moving, keeping the flashlight on that spot, from within the car, a little crack in the windshield, a small gecko-like creature emerges, about 3 inches long. It looks at all of you, kind of cocks its head, and goes, "Nyah," before sneaking back inside the car.
Does it make that loud of a noise?
It does. It seems to be
Just
echoing.
Just echoey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we kill it?
It's a gecko.
It's a regular gecko.
It is a regular. Why don't we look in here? This
So-
seems to be where the water's coming from. Let's see what's up.
The large bay doors seem to be the entrance to the garage. Corin, you spot that there is a mostly intact Jeep near the entrance that doesn't seem to have a lot of water damage. And you see that the doors are on some sort of lift operating system. Looking at the crack underneath where the water's coming from, you see that they lead outside, but it seems that the door might be stuck.
Stuck open, but just like that little bit
Just
open.
that little bit.
Like, okay. It's like water pouring through. Like, does it look like if you open it more, water will just come?
No, there's just like a little stream of it. It's not a lot.
Okay.
Maybe if it was raining, it would be more.
Let's see if we can get this. But it looks like the door heads outside.
Yeah, it does.
This might be a good exit strategy if we need it.
We'll try to open it.
The Jeep's in the garage.
Mm-hmm. That's
Okay, and
correct.
is there anything else? Is there anything else around? Just the entrance to the garage, the Jeep, and then this door.
Yeah, mostly a bunch of other cars that are completely ruined.
Okay. See if we can open this door.
The door is about 16 feet wide and 10 feet tall. It's the kind of door that it's more of a gate, like a solid metal reptiliated gate that moves up and wraps around a beam up above.
Does it look like it's operated by something, not something you lift like manually?
Yeah, it looks like it's got a chain and pulley system, large garage door opener essentially.
And there's no other rooms around that look like a control room or anything.
You don't see one.
Does anyone want to help see if we can lift this?
I will help lift it.
Or do I? Okay, before we do that, like I look around, like is there a button anywhere, like on the walls or near the?
There is a button,
Alright.
yeah.
Is everybody clear of the door?
Hmm?
Nell,
I'll stand back from the door.
thank you. I also stand back and I'll push the button. I'm gonna push it.
You have two buttons to push. There is a giant red button and a green button.
Which one's on top?
Green.
I'll hit green.
Click. Nothing happens.
I'll hit it again.
Nothing happens.
How much is the door opened?
1 inch.
1 inch?
Do you need help, Corin?
With the button? No, but we might want to see if we can maybe force this open, because the buttons don't seem to be working. I don't know if any of us have... Oh, how close is the Jeep?
That's about... it's only 3 parking spots away from the gate.
Can I go over to the Jeep and see if it's unlocked or anything?
It is.
Can I look for the thing that a lot of cars have, and that's a little jack to be able to jack up your car if you have a flat tire?
It takes you a second to find it, but yeah, it does.
Cool. Can I try and use that to, like, get up under the door and jack it up?
With only an inch clearance? No.
Can I see if we can lift it up? Okay, okay, guys. Hey, I got this jack. Can we see if we can lift the door up just enough to, like, get the jack underneath it, and then we can see if we can open it up a little bit more?
Let's do it.
Is there anything that we could use as like a lever of sorts to push to hold under the door and see if we can use it to push up?
Like a jack?
Exactly. Just something that we can use to help jack the door up, so it's not just our hands.
I feel like that's what the jack's for, and we have to get it to, like, a certain point to have the jack work.
Okay, so if everybody's participating, everybody go ahead and roll me a d20. I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is. It is a might
course.
roll.
Okay.
Unless you want to possibly sacrifice your pike.
Not just this second.
Not just
We'll see.
Not just yet.
We'll see how desperate we
Feeling
get.
beefy.
Hey, that's a 2.
Not
So
a
you're
1.
going off into detention.
Hey, that's a 10. I don't feel like that's gonna work.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
16. Quinn's feeling beefy.
Okay, Quinn.
16 as well.
So
Yeah.
the lads aren't really helping much.
Lysek's never been a beefy boy. I mean,
I'm
he's
as strong as your average dragonkin, which is nice, but that's as far as it goes. I'm
So
not any stronger.
Nell and Quinn are able to get it up enough for Corin to slide the jack underneath it, and after about 5 minutes of cranking the jack, you get about a foot open. The door resists every step of the way, and as you kind of take a step back, you see that you've actually kind of like pitched this one spot where the jack is up just ever so slightly more than the rest of the door.
All right, what can I see under there?
Outside, it's a parking lot with
Cool.
long, rusted out, destroyed cars.
Do I know, like, where in the vicinity, like,
You're pretty
From
sure
where
this
we
is
entered.
employee parking.
how many cars?
From what you can see out there, there's like 3.
Would we
the
have
people
been to
who
this
didn't
area
park
before?
inside.
Like, exploring the park?
Maybe.
Okay, so
Have
there's
you been?
nothing like... I don't know. I come back, I stick my head back, I was like, alright, I think this is employee parking?
Okay.
But now we have, like, an exit if we have to get out of here quick.
So as
If we-
you...
If we want to keep exploring, like in the garage.
That's what we're down here to do.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. So we haven't seen any connecting tunnels to, like, any other places, like just this little corridor and then the garage.
Yep. There's the other corridor off the garage, too.
Does the Jeep have anything that would help me with my SUV?
There's a part that you've been having trouble finding. You get the hood open, and yeah, it's got the part.
Want it?
It's gonna take you about an hour to extract it. You have an option. Everybody can wait around for an hour, or everybody can leave Corin here with the gecko to extract the part that he wants. What do you want to do?
Need this part for the Jeep. Does anybody want to wait around, or are you guys gonna go on without me? I gotta get this part. For the
Take a look around and see.
Can we get it on the way out?
How heavy? Like, what kind of part is it? Like, is it one that is like heavy? And...
It is heavy, yeah.
Okay, so I wouldn't want to lug it around.
Not really.
Yeah. So like.
Okay, we have to come. Okay, we have to come back.
Yeah.
Someone feed that gecko.
It
What
has come
geckos
closer
eat?
to
You
your
have
group
the
several
food.
times now.
What
You're
do
the one
they
who has the
eat?
food.
Do I have a
Insects.
Can we pet the gecko?
I have like a trail mix that I open up and I sprinkle on the ground for the gecko.
He does not approach.
In fact, he just runs away.
Sorry.
Hold my hand out to the gecko.
It does
I
not
begin
approach.
mimicking the gecko.
It seems offended.
Wow.
Well, let's go, guys.
So heading further into the complex, you start to come to cross tunnels with weird numbers and letters marking the different directions.
I write them down.
Okay.
I'm making a note of places, especially for getting back here, but also knowing. So I'm like writing down the letters and then writing like a little description of like where it is and stuff like that. So
Every once in a while, you're finding a ladder that seems to go up to another hatch door. Do you go up any of them?
sure.
The first few you find exit into the park proper, hidden amongst the greenery.
Mm-hmm.
You discern that there is a hidden tunnel system underneath the park that seems to crisscross the whole place. Using these little manholes, as they are more commonly called, you pop your head up and you're able to kind of orient yourself, and you are able to find the one you think leads into the rifle range.
All right, who's ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Swing.
I'm gonna be careful because I'm just so suspicious that it was completely guarded by magic. Like, I understand maybe it's just because there's a lot of gun stuff, but I'm gonna be cautious. But yeah, but
It's always a good idea to be cautious.
Let's do this.
Okay. So. There we go. You climb up the ladder, you open the hatch into a darkened chamber. Shining the light around, you are indeed behind the counter of the rifle range. The first thing you shine your light on is a large black bear looming over you, ready to attack. And then you realize that it's stuffed. Several crossbow bolts are sticking out of it.
That would have been. I just kind of look at the gun I'm holding, and I'm like, that would have been unfortunate.
Everybody is able to get up into that room, and as you're looking around, you're not...
I don't tell anybody about the bear.
Okay.
I'm just their reaction when
So who's next up the ladder?
Probably Isaac.
Isaac. The second you get up the ladder, you shine the light, and there's a large black bear looming over you, about to strike.
Ah!
What is it? What happened?
Is it? Yeah. Oh, it's a. And Isaac takes the light on it a bit more and notices it's not even moving. It's somebody's trophy. And
You're scared of a trophy?
you'll see.
I help
And
him
he
up.
finishes climbing up all the way. Thanks for letting me know, Corin.
You're welcome, friend. This is how I show my love.
I guess Nelly will go up next.
Okay.
I don't know if I get spooked by the bear at this point.
It's rather imposing, but you knew that there was a trophy. You were just picturing like the conch shell,
Yeah.
not a hunting trophy like this. So
Yeah.
Does it look like someone like intentionally placed it over this manhole? That
looking
seems
at
like
it,
a weird
yes,
place.
it does seem that way.
Okay.
Quinn, you're the last one up, and you do see the bear as well. You're
That's
all
not the trophy.
looking around the room, and you see a locked cabinet on the far wall.
I'm gonna rummage this room. All right, cabinet. Locked?
Smash it
He
open.
said.
Yep.
Quinn.
Hmm?
You've been lockpicking?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
wait. For Isaac.
Yeah.
Magic happening?
Uh,
It's certainly
Is-
keeping us out.
is the Geiger counter going off?
As you kind of flick it on, yes, it is emitting a magical signature from all around you. And then you remember that the entire exterior of this building is magic.
Might want
Yeah,
to put your
yeah.
device on, see if there's anything specific in here.
I pull out a closer look and take a look.
As you're kind of looking around the room, it's hard to tell because there is a lot of this sort of energy emitting from the walls. But it's all this sort of brownish, purplish energy. And there's this green aura emanating from that locked case.
Well, the building has a couple different types of magic going on, and then whatever's in that case is entirely different.
What kind of magic is in the case?
Well, we're gonna have to write this down once we figure it. What did we figure out? Like what kind of magic, like the shatter, was?
It has this white energy.
Okay, so it's not gonna be like anything we've encountered so far.
And the protection stuff was brownish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it looks like, yeah. So whatever's in there is more of a greenish energy.
So are we trying to open the cabinet?
I mean, something magical in there.
Something's in there.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So you come up to the cabinet. The lock on it, Quinn, is a solid padlock. What would you like to do?
And pick that lock.
Pick and lock.
I have my bolt cutters ready.
Is it? It's like a lock inside a door, not a
Yeah, it's like a
padlock, right?
no, it's a padlock.
Oh, it is a padlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be a difficulty 3 speed test.
And I have lock picking
So difficulty
that I'm
2.
trained with. So does this count as a puzzle?
Not
No,
really.
Okay. I gotta ask.
Doesn't hurt.
Aren't all locks
Aw,
puzzles?
dang it! That's a 4.
Unfortunately, you are trying to get it. It just isn't working. You get a little frustrated, and you kind of give it a pull, and you realize that it wasn't locked.
This
Good job.
was a-
You got it.
no, it wasn't actually locked.
Are you being
Um,
modest?
Nope,
Okay.
I didn't even get it.
Well,
No.
save that padlock. It's another one for you to practice on.
I guess.
Nell, as you're looking around, you do not find any.
Oh, I unhappily returned to the group. Oh, hey, you got it open.
Where did you go?
Oh, I've been here.
No, you haven't, or I wouldn't have asked. Where'd you go?
You
That's
did
how that
spot her on the
works.
other side of the counter, kind of looking around a little bit. Oh, the cabinet's
Oh.
open.
What's inside
What's
the
in the
cabinet?
cabinet?
I need 2 volunteers. All
And
right.
there at the
All
cabinet.
right. So let's do Aaron first. Roll me a D100.
Oh no.
That is a 80.
Okay. And then I need somebody to roll a D6.
I got it.
Thank
You
you.
got it? All right.
5.
I don't know what that is, but we're going to find out.
Goody.
Woohoo!
It's a mimic.
Why not?
Well, at least we're gonna find out what green magic is.
So, there is a D-cell battery sitting on the shelf in front of you. Quinn? Isaac, you can see that it's what's emitting the green aura.
Well, whatever's green is coming from that battery.
She'll pick it up and hand it to Corin.
We'll take it.
Okay, Quinn, as you pick it up, go ahead and roll me a D6.
Hell yeah. 1.
Okay. It's heavier than you expected. As you pick it up,
Okay.
you actually kind of drop it, and it
This-
dents the shelf.
This is really heavy.
Is it the only thing in the shelf?
On that shelf, yes.
She'll
Tyler, roll me a D100.
pick it up with
Oh,
both
okay.
hands.
That is a 4.
D100. Okay.
Yeah.
Clarity, go ahead and roll me a D6.
Boy.
5.
This is a really cool sounding one, too. If I can find it.
It's another grenade. This one explodes and throws bodies everywhere.
You find what you are able to quickly discern is called a club, like a lock for a vehicle that you would put on the steering wheel.
Huh.
It is also emitting a green aura.
I grab it.
Roll me a 1d6.
Five.
Dear Lord. Okay. So the second that you touch it, Isaac, you're kind of watching through the closer look as it turns from that green energy to that brownish purple protection signature.
Hold up.
Quinn's also turned from green to yellow.
So I'm touching that and he yells, "Hold up," which is not great. Not a great feeling. And I just kind of freeze in place, my eyes kind of wide, and I go, "What?"
The magic changed.
Elaborate.
It's
What?
it's changed the that what is it? There's a name for it too. I forget what it's called. Steering wheel lock or something like that. Whatever.
The
It's
club.
club.
Oh, it's just called a club?
It's
Yeah.
a brand name, the club.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
not sponsored by the club. Sorry.
Yeah,
Not yet.
not yet.
Um,
Not with that attitude,
Neither
we're
of
not.
those are guns.
In fact, there
Um,
are no guns and no ammunition in the cabinet.
That club, it everything in here was green, but now it's brownish colored.
They're both brown.
No, and he looks over at the battery. The battery's now a yellow.
The battery's yellow or the club's yellow?
The club is brown, which I guess means it's protective.
So the club matches the protective spell around this
Mhm.
building.
Does it seems to be, and then
And we haven't encountered
identified
yellow.
yellow yet.
And we don't know what green is either.
But we know that green can change suddenly, at least in this case.
I set it down. Does it go back to green?
Nope.
Okay, I keep it. What else is in this cabinet?
Nothing.
Okay. I asked Quint, can I see the battery?
Aaron?
Yeah, I handed the battery originally.
Well, I was looking at my own shelf with things.
Your club. Yeah.
Okay, so I
but
take it, is it
she has it
heavy?
in like both hands, like holding it.
Is it super heavy?
It is
Yeah.
heavier than you
It's
expected.
heavy.
All right.
This is a beefy battery.
It's about 5 pounds for a D-cell battery. That is absurd.
Yep.
But it's just a regular, aside from it being weighted, it's regular D-cell battery.
As far as you can see.
I hand it to Isaac and I go, why don't you get this under the magnifying glass? Maybe you can tell something about it. It's very heavy.
Has it changed color, or is it still yellow?
Still yellow. Clarity, what did you want to contribute?
I just want to see if I can open the door to the outside.
It has a crash
If
bar.
I can unbar it. Yeah.
It also says
Unbarring,
warning
yeah.
alarm will sound. Do you want to push the crash bar?
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
Do any of us see her doing this?
You're all kind of focused on these items as Clarity has kind of wandered off, or sorry, Nell has kind of wandered off, not, seeing any guns, so, why am I looking at these? You are suddenly hit by this flood of bright white light coming from the corner of the chamber. As you all kind of throw up your hands, this natural sunlight pouring in, you see this silhouetted figure that you quickly figure out is Nell, having just opened the door. It did not sound an alarm. Isaac, the second that happened, all of the protective magic around this place, gone.
What?
Protective magic's gone. Nell, can you close that door real quick?
I close it.
Shutting the door, it begins to radiate out from the door again, but it's very slowly creeping across the walls.
The door is what keeps this place magically protected. The minute you open that door, it just goes back to being a building. Huh.
We'll keep it closed for now. At least nothing can get in here while we're in here. Interesting.
Am I able to determine exactly what the battery can do?
Give me
Like
an
with some
intellect
magical
test.
training? All right. So
Use the thing as an asset?
using closer look and my magical training. Let's see what we can find out.
Put hard work into that thing.
How many XP do I have left? I got 2.
Also, I don't think I set a difficulty, so you shouldn't have rolled yet.
Okay,
So,
good. So we're
yeah.
gonna put that we're gonna rotate out of these die because they're all now in detention.
We're going to call
So
it
we're gonna start all
difficulty
over.
4 intellect.
And is that to start with?
Yes.
Okay, and then with the magical training and the closer look.
Down to a 2.
Okay, try this again. Why?
No.
That's another
way.
nat 1.
No way.
You need to wash all your dice.
You
I
need
need
like
to-
an
I need
old priest
holy
and a
water
young
or something.
priest.
You need.
So we're gonna take that one out again and keep it in detention. And well, that goes there. There goes all my XP.
There you go.
Okay. Let's try this one. That one's a 7.
A 7.
So I managed to barely
Good
scrape
thing
off.
we cut it down to a 6.
So you are kind of studying it, and there's not a lot of light in here, especially now that you've been blinded a little bit by that daylight. So you're holding the flashlight a little closer, and all of a sudden, as it gets close to the flashlight flares brightly, and the bulb pops.
Is that so? That's Corn's flashlight, or is that my magical?
That would be Corin's flashlight.
All right. Sorry about that, but So yellow magic seems to enhance. Can I hold it up to the? Is there
As
like
you
a light?
hold it up to a light above you, the lights actually start to come on in the shooting gallery.
Yep.
Okay,
Yellow.
this will be incredibly useful, but we're gonna need to really study this and see if we can get it to calm the F down.
Yep. So pop that in the bag.
Okay.
Well, Quinn, do you mind if he holds onto it, or did you want to hold onto it?
I don't
But
mind.
what if we attach it to the ramshackles engine?
No,
No.
I don't even like. I just say no and I turn away. I don't even. Not even gonna talk about it.
For what purpose?
Nope.
Even faster.
I'm already. What else does this building have? I'm not entertaining this conversation.
Not much.
There's nothing in here.
No, it looks like somebody already cleared this place out.
At least
is
we
there
got
like
some. Yeah.
Is there like a? So we're at the front desk. Is there like the actual range or anything like
Yeah,
that?
you were
Any
actually kind of back in the range area.
other- Okay. I mean, I give it a very, very thorough once over just in case, like the whole place, because I wanted to get in here really
you
bad.
don't find anything else.
There's no outside that's like the building's just completely protected. Like outside is there's no like yard or anything.
That's correct. It is all
Okay.
enclosed.
Well, we did get 2 magical items, so can't really say it was a waste.
Found
Mhm.
2 ciphers.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
Got to figure out what this club does.
So, do you try to figure it out?
I hand it to Isaac. I go, want to take a look at this one? Like,
Yeah.
see if you can
Let's take.
see if you can get a closer look at it.
Well, here. Hold it out, and then Isaac's gonna
Hold it up.
watch it while Corn messes with it. So that would be magic training with closer look. And
It's actually not even going to be that. You're going to figure this one out very quickly when you extend it.
I
like you-
extend it. Yep.
It suddenly you can't move it. It's stuck floating in midair.
Oh,
I let go of it.
It's just floating there.
I hang on it.
You're able to hang on it.
That's awesome.
Anybody else seen this?
yeah, I'm absolutely seeing it.
Okay,
Am
I collapse it.
You can move it again.
Truly, no one would be able to steal a car if this was there,
Or anything really.
unless they collapsed it. This will be very useful.
It doesn't seem to have a locking mechanism, though. That's the weird part. So you're able to extend and collapse it without any difficulty. Maybe that's why it was, just shoved in a cabinet somewhere.
I'm going to be taking a look at this at some point. I'm going to put it in my bag.
Mhm.
Even in its current state, it could be quite useful.
So,
well, we gotta-
you have essentially found an immovable rod, but it's called a reality spike. And it
Excellent,
has
excellent.
a number of charges left.
It has a number of charges left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose there's any way to find out.
Not really.
Well, this will be something. We've enchanted a gun before. Maybe we can re-enchant this if it ever runs out. But I'm not going to use it right. I'm just going to put it in my bag right now.
Okay.
Well, do we want to explore more areas of these underground tunnels?
I mean, I guess so. What time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
I open the door.
It's late afternoon.
Okay, so
We
yeah,
have
we
to go
got
back
plenty of
for
time.
his thing in the car area.
Yeah, we gotta go back and get the car thing.
Yeah.
But we gotta
But
go
that's
back
going
down
to take an
anyway.
hour. That's going to take an hour. They can spend some time in the tunnels just to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, we'll check a couple more hatches just to see if it leads to anywhere interesting.
Yeah, no, it is. Unfortunately, you find a lot of collapsed passages and just not much of anything.
All right, I'm gonna go back and get that thing out of the Jeep.
So as
I'm
you're
going-
all kind of in the garage, watching Corin work, dawns on
I
you
want
probably
to mutter to Quinn we should have gone to the semi.
We still got time, right? We could do that.
This is kind of the end of the first week.
We got a week left.
We can still do it before graduation. We got some
Alright.
time.
So, you kind of realize you haven't really discussed very much what's going to happen after graduation, what your plans are. So, what is the plan after graduation? Lay down.
I'll just keep doing what we're doing, finding places to explore.
I mean, I did pitch you guys
Right,
the
guys?
idea. I did pitch you guys the idea.
Cities.
Twin Cities. We need to hit a radio tower. I need to get a transmitter. I might be able to fix the communications problems between in the town and possibly further out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always interested in going towards the cities. I frequent dreams of the cities, so I would be more than interested in that.
Wherever there's trouble waiting for us to find it, let's go.
Guarantee we'll find some trying to get in one of those towers.
Is this last part we got for the car gonna fix the car to take the Jeep to the cities?
Theoretically.
Okay. That would be helpful.
That's what I've been working on for the past couple of years. So it's a good thing we came here. This might actually do it.
Yeah.
You were ready to jerry-rig something that would fit the bill, but this will make
Yes,
it a
but-
lot easier.
This is the actual part.
Probably
Also,
still
as
needs a
well-
little retrofitting, but yeah.
As I'm working, I go, plus we got 2 pretty useful magical items. Which magical items are rare, so I think we have a pretty good haul right now.
Okay. So, heading home, you're actually able to get the park to fit no problem. It is a thing of beauty. So, other things people want to do over this time. SUV is ready and actually runs. You're able to drive around town without any trouble. John, you said studying. Nell, you don't see a lot of Chrissy the week that you have left. People are kind of getting ready for graduation. And then one day she just kind of shows up next to your locker, which you're cleaning out. And she has something behind her back.
Oh,
Hi.
hey, Chrissy.
Hey. I know you're leaving town after graduation and everything, and I just wanted to say that what you did with that monster that attacked the party was really brave. And I'm sorry that your trophy got broken. So she holds out this little box to you.
What's this? I
You
take the box.
open it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a necklace, silver chain with 3 pieces of the copper-coated conch shell affixed to them She seems to have made you a necklace with the pieces she could salvage of the conch.
That is super awesome and cool, and Nell doesn't know how to react to that.
As you kind of just sit there dumbfounded, not really knowing what to say, Chris just, okay, and starts to walk away.
Nell will quickly call out and say, "You're pretty cool too," and then stuff it into her bag and walk away.
Okay.
I ship it.
Mm-hmm.
Corin, you wanted to talk to Wilma Rogers.
I did.
Library is a public space. Wilma is the librarian, the only librarian. She is a little bit overworked.
I find her in the stacks and just say, well, what is she doing before I approach her?
She's just shelving books.
Okay. I walk up and kind of get her attention just to not sneak up on her because I can tell she's working, and I go, Mrs. Rogers.
She looks up at you. She's a middle-aged elven woman with blonde hair and very pointed ears. She kind of adjusts her glasses slightly. Wisevale, right?
Yes, Corin. I'm
Corin, yes. My
I'm,
grandma's bridge club.
Care. Yes, my grandmother, Kyra.
I know her name.
Can I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. My grandmother actually said you would probably be able to help me. Do you need help with whatever you're doing? I can help you finish up if that would go quicker.
No, I've got a handle on this, thank you. But you're studying to be a scavenger, right?
Yes.
How would you like a contract?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I am.
That's-
We, your grandma did discuss some things, and I've heard some things about you and your group. You rescued the twins from those goblins, and word travels that you managed to slay some sort of monster recently.
Oh, you heard about the manticore?
A manticore? I hadn't heard that. She pulls out a little notepad, like makes a note. I'm in need of some people to help with a sensitive job that I'm not really comfortable taking to one of the other outfits in town since they have questionable loyalties, and you seem more grounded in the community.
What's the contract?
Bring your friends here with you. We'll discuss it all together. Can you come by around close?
Sure. I think that'll be great.
You're able to
Thank you.
gather everybody up about 2 hours later.
I just go to everybody and I go, "Hey guys, so you know how we're gonna be salvagers?"
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think I scored us our first contract.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
We have to go to the library at close.
Okay.
You know Wilma Rogers, the librarian?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she would like to talk. She would like to talk to us.
Oh.
All right. So you all head to the library at close. She's just locking up, but she lets you in, brings you to a conference room where there's a plate of cookies and cold coffee sitting out.
Cookies.
When you say cold coffee, you don't mean iced coffee, do you?
No, I do not. It's been sitting out for a while.
Corin will have some. It's fine.
Okay. It's a treat. I mean, coffee's hard to find.
Can Corin breathe fire since he's dragon again?
You cannot.
Just wondering.
So she kind of sits at the head of the table and she leans forward and says, "What do you know about the Library of Alexandria?"
Well, I'm quite skilled in history,
I'm
so can I make a roll?
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a history.
I don't. Yeah, geography and history. So
Anybody trained in history can make a difficulty 1 roll.
Sweet.
10.
12.
4. more.
Quinn, you don't know much. You know that it was destroyed. You got a 1?
No, I got 19.
19. Okay.
Jeez, Louise.
Isaac, Corin, you're like, oh yeah, it was destroyed. It was in Egypt. It was this repository of knowledge. Nell just starts busting out facts about how it was destroyed. The person
Nell
who was
is
in
very
charge
passionate.
of the place.
Nell was very passionate about the loss of the Library of Alexandria.
So it would
I
seem.
legit put my hand on my holster and I go, Nell?
She's a synth.
Just
Yeah, well, that's all correct.
Okay, Nell, can you tell us? Okay, Nell. What if we told you that we would allow you to use the D cell battery on the? I forgot the boat's name.
Nope. Not,
What?
No,
The
nope,
ramshackle?
no,
Yes.
Nope. I'm against this.
for what? What?
I want to see her reaction.
Is
What?
this some?
I'm confused.
What?
Isaac was trying to make sure that was the real Nell.
Oh. She immediately pays attention to using
Oh,
the
never mind.
D
It's
cell.
her. Never mind. It's
Yeah,
her.
what do I need to do?
Okay.
Nope, never mind. It's you were
never
just.
mind.
Never mind.
No, just okay. Just making
Decent
sure
battery.
you're okay. Just making sure everything's good.
Hey, wait, yeah, library.
Right, so you know about the Library of Alexandria. That's sort of a base component of this. Do you know about Project Alexandria?
Do I? Can I?
What's the
can we roll?
difficulty for this one?
Yeah, it's a difficulty 8.
Hell yeah!
Oh.
I'll turn down a challenge.
You
Uh,
can't
Hey.
possibly roll that on a d20.
You don't know.
It's a
what
24.
about so
Seven.
With our history, does that make it a 7? What does that make
You
it?
know what?
I
I'll
rolled-
make it a 7. Now it's a 21. You gotta roll.
I rolled 7.
You failed.
I was a nat
What's
20,
my-
That's great.
What's my-
Not a 21.
but I
Wasn't
do
mine
what I
19?
so I don't know much
Mine
about it, but I've heard the name at least. Can that
Sure.
be a thing?
Clarity.
With my 19, as a minor effect, can I reduce it by 1?
No. But you've also heard the name. You're not familiar with it, though. And Aaron, what'd you roll?
I didn't roll.
That's fair. So yeah, Isaac, Nell, both, you've heard the name before, but you don't know what it's about. You think it was back when you were kids.
It rings a bell. I think my dad and my mom may have mentioned it in passing and talking with somebody when we were growing up.
Right. Well, it wasn't a really big, well-known project back in in 2020, but it was important. At least I thought so. I thought it was a very promising thing. So much of our history and our knowledge is lost now. Project Alexandria was being built exactly for the express purpose of if our culture got wiped out, and then it happened. Presumably, it's still in the same place where they were working on it. And I would like your group to go there and try to retrieve it for me.
I have a feeling this place is not right outside of town.
Sadly, no. And it is within the domain of the Knights of Snelling, I fear, which is another reason I don't want to take it to another outfit. I need somebody who can handle this quietly.
The Knights of this isn't out loud. This is just the Knights of Snelling. That's Philip, isn't it?
Philip is Knights of Pratchett.
Oh, Knights of Pratchett. What do I know
Okay.
about the Knights of Snelling?
They control the ruins of the Twin Cities.
Okay, so this
Kind of.
would be within the area of the Twin Cities.
What kind of
Correct.
organization are they?
Military. It is a dictatorship controlled by essentially a duke, he calls himself. But he and his knights protect all of the little settlements that are scattered around the ruins of the Twin Cities.
Where is it at in that area? in their domain?
In an area called Bloomington. I don't think they have a settlement near it, so you should be able to get in and at least operate in somewhat of secrecy.
Isn't that near where the big mall was?
Yes, in fact, it was in the mall. The Crayfish Computers. They had a big towered building there. I don't know what floor it's on. You'll need to look into it a little bit more when you get there.
The crayfish what?
Crayfish Supercomputers.
Where at in...
We don't know.
Just have to search the mall.
Well, in the offices of Crayfish, yes.
Okay.
She's gonna pull out her book. You haven't seen anything of what it looks like, have you?
No, I assume it's a computer of some sort.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna flip this open. It's like, I dreamt about this in the Twin Cities, and holds up the library picture of a library.
Well, it's not an actual library, dear. It's more of a large computer that has a whole bunch of, you're all very young. It's maybe you don't know. Computers were these devices that you could store entire libraries within. This one will be a little bit larger, so you'll probably need some sort of truck or utility vehicle to transport it. But,
like an SUV?
That'd be perfect, I assume. But yes, if you can get it out of there and bring it back to me, I can potentially recover all that lost knowledge.
I'm game. We needed to go to the Twin Cities anyway.
Oh, that's lovely.
You said you talked to my grandmother. Did she tell you anything about things I was inquiring about?
No.
Let's finish this up and then I'll ask you what I needed to ask you.
Very well. So, I assume you want to know about payment?
Yes.
I have secured a line of credit for this job that I will extend to you in the amount of $1,000 for each of you upon delivery of the device. I can offer up to $100 each for expenses on the front end, but if you return without the device, you will have to repay that $100.
That's fair.
Very well. I'll have contracts drawn up. If you can come here tomorrow at close, we'll have you sign, and you will be officially a scavenging outfit.
Question.
Yes.
Do you, or maybe somebody within the town, would know different routes that we could possibly take? Obviously, we want to avoid the Knights of Snelling, so I'd like to know... This is just how my mind works. I would like to know routes and stuff from here to there. Routes that are watched, routes that aren't watched. Is there anybody, or you yourself, you're quite knowledgeable, that would be able to help me out with anything like that?
I believe your grandmother might be able to help you with that.
Of course. Of course she can.
Well, if there aren't any other questions...
Guys?
All
No,
right.
No.
just takes another cookie.
Very well. Come back tomorrow, we'll get you signed.
May I ask you now?
Sorry, what?
May I ask you my question now?
Yes.
When I initially came in here. So I talked to my grandmother, and I guess it's a little project that I would like to work on is, obviously since the fall, communication, even within this little village, not to mention outside with other settlements or anything, is crap. And from what I've heard, communication used to be quite easy
Oh, yes.
and widespread. Well, I was asking my grandmother what it would take to possibly discern the problem and possibly fix it. All she could tell me was I would need to possibly find one of the several towers that litter the Twin City, find a good transmitter in that tower, bring it back, somehow hook it up to a phone or a tablet or some kind of computer so that me and whoever's working on it could find out what's going on and possibly fix the problem. Maybe get communication back up in at least within the town and the outer areas, and then if we could fix that, possibly with other settlements further out, but at least between the town and the settlements that we all come from. And she pointed me your direction.
Let me see what I can dig up. I'll have
Would
something
appreciate
for you
that.
tomorrow.
Thank you. We will be back tomorrow for the contracts.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and speed run the rest of this here, but when you do come back tomorrow, she has you sign, but you have to pick a name. What is the name of your outfit?
Ooh.
What's the rest
The
of the session?
Midwest
right here?
Marauders.
Pirates of Newcastle?
Look, I know that Nell likes to call herself a pirate, but if we're wanting contracts,
True.
Privateers instead of pirate. Is that better?
The
That's a-
Scavengers.
The
But
what?
The Scaven. It's Avengers, but
No.
you
No.
pronounce
It's
it. You pronounce it
spelled-
like the Avengers, but it's spelled like Scavengers still.
Mm,
Hmm.
Mm.
I think that might lead to a lot of more problems than we want.
probably.
How
The
have you all
champions of Newcastle.
not put any thought into this whatsoever?
Well, I mean, we had a lot going on. We were never exactly planned.
Have you talked to my parents and my grandmother about what my mindset is? I
What
focus
are-
on a few things, and naming of a group is not one of them.
What are some of the other scavenger groups' names in town, just for brain reference to
Yeah,
know?
we would know what some of them are. So
There's Urban Outfitters.
Yes. Yes, there is.
all right, we're Best Buy.
No.
It's a reference to like expiration dates, right? Best Buy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're the best you can buy.
We're the
Best
salvage
Buy.
army.
We're the best buy.
We're either
We're the
Games-
best that you can buy.
We're either GameStop or Smashburger because it's the same font.
We are the best buy.
Okay, what are some other ones? There's Urban Outfitters.
We're In and Out. We're In and Out Salvage.
No.
So not bad,
Yeah,
actually.
In and Out is not.
bad,
In and
actually.
Out. Some way with that is not bad. So we get in, we get out.
Yep.
And honestly, that's what our first mission really is: get in, get out. In and out, scavenge.
Nobody seems to be having any objections.
I'm
Yeah.
just
I've-
struggling to come up with any thing in my
Newcastle
brain.
Pickers.
Does in and out salvage sound better than scavengers?
I like In and Out Salvage, actually. I really do.
In and out guardians.
It's not magnificent, but it sounds good.
That was professional, at least.
Yeah,
Also,
in and
that's-
out salvage.
Also,
is-
maybe that'd be our thing. Like we get in, we get out. So in and
yeah,
out,
so it's on
in and
par.
out, in and out salvage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got a name. As you sign your contracts, you're each given $100.
We're gonna
Corin, you are also given 2 books. One on the history of communication, one on how to build your own radio, which she says both will kind of help you figure out how to build this thing.
Perfect. I also need to talk to my grandmother about routes
Yep.
before we do this.
We're going to assume that you do. We're going to hand wave that. We're kind of wrapping things up here tonight.
That's fine. I was like, Corin is not about to go on this mission unless he has a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can kind of work those details out here over the next few days as you get ready for graduation. And, in fact, congratulations! You've all graduated high school.
Hooray!
It's a lovely
She's
I
ceremony.
Jack.
I just have a quick question to go back to me being 2 hours late to meeting Philip. Was he there? Was he gone?
He was
He was-
very sad and sitting on a bench near where you were supposed to meet him, and he had flowers.
But I still met him.
He was very happy to see you, and it
Okay.
hasn't happened since, so he has gotten over it.
Okay, good. Great. I'm glad he's not sad.
Night of graduation, you have a small gathering with all your families, and you announce that you've already got your first contract, and the In and Out Salvage Company is going to be leaving within the next couple days as soon as you get everything put together.
What are my parents' reactions to this?
They both look proud. They don't say anything, but they look
My
proud.
dad?
Yeah, he seems very proud.
I lean over to Quinn and I go, someone's kidnapped my father and replaced him with something else.
Well, I think, this whole doing stuff has made them see a different side of you.
What are we whispering about? Philip leans in.
Nah.
He thinks his dad's like a replicant or something.
Oh, maybe he is.
See?
I don't know, how do you know how to tell?
I
Philip
don't.
knows.
Give him a logic problem.
A what?
A logic
him a what?
problem. Give him like a
A
logic
logic?
problem, like this statement is a lie.
I mean, my
Mr.
dad's good at
Corin,
those. I mean, my dad's good at those.
This
Mr.
statement is a
Corin.
lie.
Do you think Corin's my last name?
Isn't it?
No.
Well, smoke's not
Do you-
coming out his ears, so I do
Do you
believe
go-
he
Philip,
is.
is Philip your last name?
Yeah,
What's your first name?
Reginald.
Should go by that.
Oh, it's no.
Your name is Reginald Philip.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
even
he's
say
British.
that. I can't
mate.
even say that without an accent.
Why would you be? Why would you?
Exactly. My last name is Wisevale.
You could go by Reggie.
Do you want me to go by Reggie?
No, I'm just saying that says you could if you wanted to. I don't have a last name, so
You don't have a last name.
no, I'm just Quinn.
That's bonkers.
Well, my mom doesn't have a last name either. We didn't take a last name, I guess. I don't know.
All
I
right.
didn't ask.
Reggie, how's
Kinda
the
like
hunt for the
Steve.
sword going?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I'd meant to tell you. I've got permission to lead my very own team up to Lake Krogol.
Oh. When are you
Is that the-
doing that?
Is that the lake named after lake named after the monster?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So, it means crocodile
Mhm.
in Finnish, which I think is a great sign.
Oh, hey, I
But
saw
we
one
leave
of those.
2 days after
Yeah.
you do. So I was gonna surprise you, but I haven't
Oh.
really had time.
Oh, I'm gonna go I say this out loud. I go, I'm gonna go over there
Over there.
right now. Just take off walking.
At this point, she probably hasn't given him the gift.
I guess not.
She actually has been carrying it around in her bag for a while and just has been like waiting to give it to him, but she just hasn't like mustered up the courage. And she's like, oh, speaking of, I made this for you, and she pulls it out and it's like nicely tied with a little ribbon and hands it to him.
Oh, wow. This is a lot of colors.
Oh, yeah, it's all my favorite patterns for the matches, the ones I wear on my dress.
Oh. Quinn, this is lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, it's you can don't forget me while I'm gone.
Couldn't forget you.
She's just gonna be like bright red.
At the other end of the table. All right. So over the next couple days, you get your things together, and we will probably call it there tonight.
I have a
We'll-
question.
Yes.
Is there any possible way that I could finish Quinn's gift before we leave?
What was Quinn's gift again?
just the no magic, just the binoculars that she can zoom in and out, and it has like night vision, infrared, and regular. That's what I
Yes.
got. That's what I got. All those. That's what I like. Probably stole the infrared goggles and night vision goggles from the army, and looted the visual stuff from the
Difficulty
water park.
6.
All right.
Intellect test.
Hoo-wee.
All right. What do I got? I have things. Tinkering.
Yep.
Two shots of effort.
Okay.
Whew.
Down to a 3.
Down to a 3.
9 or better.
I'm gonna be super tired after this. Well, I've rolled several 10s, so I think an 18 does it.
18. It does indeed. It actually comes together beautifully. You're fairly certain that it is the best of the 3 gifts that you've been able to make.
Gross.
Solid.
Why?
All right. Do you give it to her right as she's giving the gift to Philip?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna ruin that moment. I'll give it to her like when we're leaving. For,
Okay.
Like as we all get in the SUV or something, I'll be like, present.
What is this? Should I go?
They just look like binoculars.
Oh, are these mine?
Nope. These
Oh.
are better. So look out that way. And I just point like
Okay.
to the far. Okay. Well, look through the binoculars
Oh,
that
okay.
way. And I kind of I like guide her hand on the side to like the thing that you can adjust the magnification, and I go, mess with that dial. And it can like zoom in and out.
Oh.
Now hang on. And I move her other hand on the other one. I go, flick this, push this button, and it turns it to infrared.
Wow.
And I turn it off, and I go, and this one, hang on. And I like say, I go, look at something in here, because looking out in the daylight and turning on night vision would have been bad.
It would have been. You would
yeah,
have blinded Quinn.
My
So I
eyes.
I kind of grab her like by the binoculars and like move it to the inside and like look at the floorboard, and I go, hit this button. And I tell her to hit that button, and it turns it to night vision.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Of course.
You got multi-spectrum binoculars now. Congratulations.
Heck yeah.
I call these all sight.
These names are great. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and close it out for the night. We will pick up next week with your group kind of loading up the SUV and hitting the road.
And it explodes.
Are we doing XP this time or?
We are. So, let's start with the fact that you all graduated high school.
Okay.
Yes. Biggest goal.
So,
Hey, that was one of my goals.
you all get
actually.
4 XP for that.
Dang.
4 XP.
Nice.
Major
Damn.
milestone. Congratulations. That's your graduation present. Did
Weren't
anybody
sure I was gonna make it this
accomplish
far, but-
personal goals tonight?
I accomplished 2. We got both the Geiger counter. Well, I guess I accomplished the goal of the Geiger counter. I did not expect Corn's gift to go to me, but we did make both of those.
Okay.
I completed 3, technically 4, but graduating was one of them, and that's what that 4 XP was for. So I completed the SUV, and I completed Quinn's gift, and I completed Isaac's gift. So 3.
All right. I'm going to give you both 2 XP for those.
Still have not been able to upgrade my rifle.
I would say just the making the handkerchief for Philip was a
Philip.
personal goal.
Okay. Any others?
Got a new goal.
Yeah, the salvage.
Yeah, we did come up with our team name finally.
I'm going to give you all an XP for exploring the tunnels.
Yeah.
So, the last one we have to give out is most valuable character for the evening. Who
boy.
Who could you not done this without?
Probably.
Trying to think.
Trying to think. I feel like we all did something, so I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
who did the most.
I'd say Corin.
I was
Because
gonna say Corn or Isaac.
I was
got
gonna,
us the deal, the salvaging deal.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Um,
I was gonna say Isaac because I don't say myself.
I
You
feel like
also
Isaac did-
made all those things.
Because I literally never feel like I'm the
you
MVP.
made
so.
like two magic-y things.
Welcome to my
like
life of
detecting
anxiety,
things.
where I never feel like I accomplish anything.
He made stuff. He got us the salvaging deal. He's fixing the
Alright.
Jeep for us.
Let's make it simple here. Clarity.
Corin.
MVP. Who?
I'm going to say Isaac. I'm voting
Aaron.
Isaac.
Corin.
Tyler.
Isaac.
John.
Is it bad to want to vote for yourself?
Nope.
Oh, because it's like my reasoning is I feel like Corn.
Justify it. Why are you better than me? Why are you better than me? Justify it.
That's the thing is like Corin and Isaac together did a lot of stuff
Mhm.
and accomplished a lot of things, specifically with the ability to detect magic.
All right. I'm going to do something very rare. Something I have never done before in my entire history of running this game.
We each
give
get
you
half
each a
an
point.
XP. Okay.
Oh, yeah, half a point
Point.
rounded up.
We each get half an
I will
XP.
say-
We can only use it together.
So, one of you has actually reached max XP, so that's great.
What's that?
10.
Oh wow.
Don't worry, I'm gonna
Spend it.
spend that on 2 things because that'll get me up to level 2
There
actually.
you go.
Yeah.
I'm
Same.
scared of spending it on 2 because then I'd only have 1 XP to spare.
Spend it.
Hey, this game's good for my self-esteem.
I'm gonna spend it.
I'm not
sure.
this-
All right.
I'm not this good at anything else.
Uh,
We'll just let the dice
so
land where they may.
Maybe don't let the dice land where they may. They seem to not land where you want them to.
Oh, that's another reason I voted for Isaac MVP because he rolled the most ones of any person I've ever seen in a single game, and I've DM'd a lot of games.
So,
That was just magical, yeah.
announcements. We will be having our next episode of Dungeon Sphere next Wednesday at 7 p.m. here on the channel. Team Reaper is currently delving deeper into the Haunted Lands and getting closer and closer to figuring out where the Ex-Guardian is. It's a fun series, and you should go check it out. And we will be back next Friday, so we look forward to seeing where the road takes the In and Out Salvage Company. Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, players, do you have any announcements?
Just hoping to get back to streaming over on Storytime Rowan, twitch.tv/Storytime Rowan. And unfortunately, my stupid feet have been in pain and swollen, and it's been hard to go back and forth and get the setup all ready. But I'm hoping to get back into that soon.
Well, I hope that you feel better soon. Other announcements? No? All right, then we're going to call it for the night. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us on this adventure. We will be back next Friday. We hope to see you then. And until then, don't... If you hear a loud, yeah, it's just a gecko.
Just a gecko.
It's just a
You don't need
gecko.
to worry.
Yeah.
Bye.